Okay, we should be good.
Oh, heck yeah.
Alexandro, give us El Recapo.
Never.
Okay, then I'll do it, and you'll suffer. Okay, so...
Okay, no, we're not doing that. No, we're absolutely not doing that. Alright,
I like.
Stanbot activated his lightsaber, or had his lightsaber orbiting around him, and got you guys back to the future past. And you were transported into the strange metallic room with this battle going on before you. Coming to your senses and learning a bit, you see Stanbot's younger self with his master fighting off some droids with clones, a clone battalion at their side. Fighting through the droids in this large hangar area, you reach the end, which is this makeshift cell that's holding some hostages from a nearby space station that was ransacked by this particular group. Taking out the enemies there, you rescue the people. You hopped aboard the ship that Stanbot and his master arrived in, and you're headed off.
And Talon sneaky snooked his way through the whole ship and kidnapped the commander of it.
Right, and you have him currently.
Yeah, and also he now knows that Kuno is on our ship somehow.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
He has no clue
the other
why.
ship.
Well, no, he knows someone who looks like Kuna.
A guy came.
True.
A massive ship came out of hyperdrive.
Oh, no, he definitely knows that.
And talked to you over the comms, and Kuna told Ivoth who he was, and there was that interaction. So now you possibly have a dangerous commander in the CIS after you.
Won't be the first time. Oh. That's right, I keep forgetting to do that.
Right, so you are on a ship. It's a Republic ship. You have a bunch of clones on the ship. There's Stanbot, or younger Stanbot, and his master. Talon has the meeting with his former master.
Once we get back to Coruscant.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
you guys get there.
Talon pulls Stanbot and Kuna aside. So, quick thing. There's a bit of little weird timey-wimey fucked up shit. With the way stuff was. So there's some slight time smudging, so this works. But just for a second, Talon's gonna pull you two aside for something private that he wants to discuss.
Okay. Both Stanbots or just
Yeah.
me?
Well, I don't.
Wait, all three Stanbots?
I don't. I was just thinking you and Kuna. I don't know if we should leave other Stanbot unattended.
Or you could have 3.
Definitely not young Stanbot, that's for sure. Probably just you and Kuna. If we believe it's safe to leave other Stanbot unattended. So.
Just give them labels.
So Kuna.
Okay, I'm 1.
Yeah.
Crazy 1 is 2, and then young Stanbot's young Stanbot. Also, only make sure you use the names 1 and 2, and do not call me by my actual name.
Your name is Stan, and his name is Vought.
No, that's bad.
After the tragic way that his parents perished, falling into a vat of dye.
That has a rain to it.
I will say though, it made the most perfect shade of red that Malastar has ever seen.
Talon, are you mentally okay?
Well, that was out of
No,
character.
no,
That was
no,
out of
listen.
character.
No.
So, however, that works perfectly to what I wanted to discuss with you guys. So, as you are pretty damn well aware at this point, I have an issue with huts, right? So, and for the most part, I kind of do my best to come off as carefree, but when huts come around, I can't help but get overcome.
Carefree? Never would have guessed.
Yeah, right. But since we are back in the past, fate is inevitable. Well, at least that's what the other Stanbot seem to make clear. So I don't think there's any way for me to stop what happened to those younglings. But I think I could add a contributing factor to prevent Talon here from turning out like me.
this is supposedly multiple timelines, so.
I mean, I
Yes.
just saved my master, and that didn't
You
happen.
guys are in the
For
same
now.
timeline currently.
Okay.
We're in our
Just a
original
different time.
timeline.
Just
Yeah.
When
our same timeline.
when I was on Coruscant, in the later bits of my training, there was a other barbell that I met. Her name was Kirara. And well, to put it bluntly, I was in love with her. But my species reveres the Jedi very severely. And so when I eventually revealed what I was to her, she basically got scared that if I was to try and stay with her, I would have to throw away my duty of being a Jedi, and that she didn't want that dishonor to be upon me. Well, given we're back in the past now, I was perhaps wondering if you would help me try and convince her, not young me, but current me, convince her to stay with young me. I believe if she's present during the youngling misting, rather than having the sole desire to take revenge for the younglings, Talon will have a younger me will have a separate desire that will not, he'll have multiple desires as opposed to just wanting vengeance for the younglings.
Alright.
So
First,
you're gonna fuck this poor person up
first,
to try and
and
save yourself.
First, and I apparate a little board, and I start drawing a grid and then a line going through. If I quickly throw up the hot crazy matrix, where does she fall?
Well, that's pretty subjective considering I am a
Alright,
giant lizard
I know,
and
but
Oh,
this is
you are a
This is
fish.
you. We just before we help you, we just need to know, according to you, where is she on the hot crazy matrix?
She's the most
Is she-
beautiful barbell I've ever seen.
All right, and then what's her crazy level?
What do you mean?
So, okay. Now listen.
I don't
There's
understand
about-
what you mean by crazy.
I mean, have you seen a barbell? It's probably pretty low crazy.
All right. Well, it can't be below a 4.
I don't know what you mean by crazy. I don't-
All right. You know what? I'm gonna say probably in the wife's.
I
zone,
don't.
to be
Okay,
fair.
I want to know what are you referring to by crazy out of character.
The hot crazy matrix. It's a matrix to know where you stand with any particular chick.
Oh, is she like you mean crazy as in like psychopath?
Yeah,
Yes.
how psychopathic
Oh,
is she?
she wasn't at all.
Okay. There's a boundary line of 4. If it's below 4, it's a guy. So.
I don't know if that's true, Kuna.
Alright. It's
It's
for
supposed to
safety.
be a sexist joke.
It's for safety,
Don't
alright?
take it too serious.
It's a safety net, so we'll say 5 for the safety net.
Okay.
Alright. It is a unicorn. We should do our best to help our pal out to reel in the unicorn.
Did he get cocaine, Kuna? Is he on death sticks?
Okay, listen.
So Stanbot, did he get death
Slowly.
sticks while we weren't watching?
I
Dying
could
slowly on
have.
the inside, I have no clue.
I could have, but our friend Talon missed out on a space unicorn in his past.
Where are you getting about unicorns?
It's the quality. Don't worry about it. It's just quality.
What the
All
fuck
right.
is he?
Anyways, where was this? Okay, where was this to happen?
Well, it should actually be around the time we get back. I was
We can stop the youngling missing if he wants.
That would be nice. But
We can do both. We can
You
do
know,
both.
I could. Make some
I'm
calls.
not. I mean,
Make some calls to some friends.
you do realize it wasn't the CIS who misted them, Kuna.
No, I'm not talking about the CIS.
You're currently linked with the Hutts.
No, I'm not linked with any hut.
You said that very.
You're saying then.
Remember that thing I started a while back?
I don't think the runners are gonna be able to help.
Well, I mean,
No, it's more than yeah.
Yeah, it's a little more than the runners. I don't know. If we need some hands, I might be able to get us some hands.
The issue is
How
there's
hard
two.
is it to stop the youngling misting? How many people do we gotta take?
Well, the thing is, there's a lot about it that I don't really know. That there was primarily a lot of adrenaline during the time. The bomb was targeted at someone who refused to pay tariffs or something. I don't even know, something stupid
Oh,
like
so
that.
it's a bomb.
To
Can we
It's a
defuse the
bomb?
bomb before
to
then?
a group, well, to a huts, and it was set off by a man.
If I
Okay.
remember properly, Master Skywalker should be on Coruscant at this time.
Yes.
Oh, he's probably quite not a master yet. That could be dangerous.
Yeah, he's.
So, wait. This,
I'm trying to figure it out. I could run the game while we're driving.
What?
I just realized I ordered tickets last night.
It's his brother.
Sorry.
no problem.
Yeah,
Say hi to Will for me.
I will.
So to start off with, the youngling misting happens.
Oh, hold up, Aiden. Just sorry, quick side thing. But as far as regarding Skywalker's age, Anakin's age, the episode 1 took place towards like right at the end of the Clone Wars. That was
What do you
right
mean by
like
episode 1?
well the like I've broken the 3
Oh,
parts
yeah,
in
okay,
the comic
that
book.
episode, that episode
Yeah.
1. Okay, gotcha,
So
gotcha.
that was right at the end. Like you guys left right as Order 66 was starting to go down.
Mm-hmm.
And about maybe a year had gone by during that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is 2 years before that year. So he would be 3 years younger. So he'd be like right coming out of the Padawan.
Yeah.
Like
He was
maybe
he
even
was
borderline master at this point.
No, I think
I don't know.
he
The
would
council
he would
didn't
definitely be a
reckon
Jedi
rank
Knight.
master.
This would probably be similar to around the time probably
is he banging
in the
Amidala at this
middle
point?
of Clone Wars
That's
as a
the real question.
series. What did you ask?
Is he banging Amidala at this point?
Yes.
Yeah,
He
probably.
starts up before the war.
Yeah, so he's definitely a Jedi Knight right
Yeah,
now.
he's definitely a Jedi Knight.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
Which
9
I
now.
knew, but yeah, okay.
He's
So
committing hello there.
because
He's
of the
Obi-Wan.
because of where it took place, there was no full examination or investigation that could be done. I couldn't get extra details. I couldn't even tell you the time it happened.
You can
All
tell
I
me the
remember,
time.
you don't, Kuna, when you have that many people, which you and your master view as children or younger brothers, you go into quite a bit of shock.
Hey, Talon.
Alright, I won't
So
ask any
the
others.
only thing we could say is when I meet with my master is when you go to this planet, make sure you don't walk up upon a hut bomb. I mean,
Okay.
there's
Talon.
yeah.
You know I can pull things out that not even you know, correct?
I
If it would be helpful and you would
suppose.
want that.
I I am conflicted as to whether or not I want to stop it or not. Because while I would very much like to make, this Talon not end up the way I have, I feel like, that misting. God, I keep referring to it as a misting, as if it's something so obscure and,
Trivial.
unimportant. Yeah, something so trivial. But I do feel like it definitely built quite a heavy bit of what I am and who I am.
Including the
Not
part where you
not
fell to the dark side a little bit?
not so much. I think that's more of the crazy want to kill Hut stuff.
Oh.
I mean, a hut bomb might have influenced that.
That
a
yeah.
little bit.
Oh yeah. That is what influenced it, definitely. But it was after I finished my training and I had nothing to do. I had no goal. I had been training to deal with underworld entities the entire time. I was trained as a sentinel. And then there's the biggest criminal out there, the Hut clan.
Yeah.
I didn't have any other aspirations. I didn't have any goals. I didn't seek to join the council. I didn't seek to prove my worth in battle. As a barbell, just becoming a Jedi was more than enough. So I didn't have aspirations moving forwards.
This is it's really up to you, Talon. If you want, we could dig our claws into this, and I could try and look around for some information. But if you would rather leave it be, we can do that.
I think for now, we should leave it be.
All right.
I also am not sure how I would react to that.
To what?
Nothing. Just, would you be willing to help me with the Kurara thing?
If that is what you wish, I will help you.
Good.
But
Yeah, I can see what I can do.
All right, I appreciate it. And I hope that that's enough.
Going into a side door that you went into just to escape the rest of the ship so you could have your private conversation. The door opens, and in front of it stands Stanvod's master. Standing in front of, he approaches Stanvod's like, I'm sorry to barge in, but are you sure? I don't know you from somewhere.
Yeah, you don't know my friend here at all. I don't want to speak ill of his former master, but he was not very social with his Padawans. I don't know how else to put it. My friend here is pretty traumatized with the way his master saw to do things, so he just likes to go by one.
I'm hitting you with some. I'm hitting you with the strangest fucking look right now.
Yeah. Tuna's just gonna look at you and shrug as to whether or not you want to tell the truth or not. It's up to you.
I'm gonna
Though,
tell him it's
I do have a
something
question for you.
I feel like I must answer.
Have you ever heard of something referred to as the labyrinth?
Boss, and how would you know about this?
Well, it completely depends whether or not you've heard of it or not. Like I've
has,
said
I can
before,
tell
we're
just by
out here.
looking.
We're out here on a very secret mission. We happen to be close enough by that we were able to intervene and assist.
As far as I know, there are only 2, maybe 3 people who know about this. So how is it you do?
Well, because I know one of them. So do you.
And of course, I just said I know a couple. But how do you know about this?
I'm
Very
just.
select few. They
Well,
do not have
I might
loose
ask
lips.
you the same thing.
All right. I'm gonna look at
I'm not the
Stanvod
one
again.
who appeared out of nowhere.
What are you trying to imply, sir?
What is it
Talon.
you are doing here?
What is it that we are all doing here in this open galaxy?
Look here,
Sirkin.
Barthel. I know you can be stubborn. Your species can be stubborn. I'm not looking to play games.
All right. Listen.
Very
We're
well,
not
but you're
really.
going to have
I'm
to
gonna
shut
shut the
that door
door.
behind you
Yeah. Shut.
and
All
lock
right.
it.
Listen. We're not. I'm not. Neither me nor Talon have the authority to tell you. If you want answers, and I point over to Stanvod, that one will speak.
Is the door locked and shut?
The door is shut. I will say locked.
I am going to remove my mask.
Talon just goes,
The
surprise.
No.
your master has a look of shock, like his eyes like widen a bit, but then almost like a very quick nod of understanding. as if your entire life he's just kind of caught up with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so that would be how.
Yes.
You, sir,
The
were
other
a dead
masked
man
one,
up
he's
until
another
about 2
version
hours
of me.
ago.
I guess I'll
That would
just
explain
watch.
that too.
I just watch the door
So-
then.
I'm surprised you came into your abilities so quickly.
It was a bit forced, but we survived.
Yeah, I only know of a couple and only one living other than you.
Who is it?
I'm not going to reveal them.
Spiky Red Man?
And what is this spiky red man?
I don't know. I never quite got his name, but he was maybe I shouldn't say. Actually, no. It's probably a decent thing for me to say.
I'll be
Yeah,
down in a second.
there's a. Talon's having a conflict over whether or not he should bring up the fact that Sith exists in the galaxy or not.
Go for it. He knows about the labyrinth. He's not gonna be surprised.
So, this is a long story, but in short, there's a Sith guy, and yes, I mean the Sith. He's a Sith Lord. He had like a double-bladed red lightsaber, and his head, his face was red with black markings, or
His
maybe
name's
black with
Darth
red
Maul.
markers.
We know his name.
Oh, that was his name? I just keep calling him Spiky Red Man. Anyways, so
Thought you forgot.
I mean Spiky Red Man's easier. I mean, I didn't want to call Vitiate by his first name either, Stanfot, but I couldn't think of anything to call him. I mean, you should really only degrade Sith Lords. You shouldn't, shouldn't encourage them by giving them their names that they write up themselves. Anyways,
Wait, I have
so
a question then. Wait, was Dooku not a Sith then? Dooku?
No,
his thing was
Dooku
Count
has
Tyrannus. Sorry, Darth Tyrannus.
Darth Tyrannus.
Right. So wouldn't he know that Sith exists? Because Yoda would have fought Dooku.
That wasn't
At
a
this point.
open. Dooku was just known as a traitor who worked with the CIS.
They never called him Darth Tyrannus.
Here's
Like,
the other
he was-
thing. Dooku wasn't actually ever Sith. He just worked with Palpatine because he wanted the Jedi Order to be rebuilt.
Okay, the only reason I say is because this character would know if Yoda knew. That's all.
No, like Dooku wasn't really ever considered a Sith, really. He was. He bled his lightsaber crystal red to go with it, but he wasn't actually evil or anything. He just wanted to rebuild the Order. Because he blamed what's it called? Qui-Gon's death, and Qui-Gon was like a son to him, and Obi-Wan is like a grandson. He blamed the Order for Qui-Gon's death. He did not know that Maul was the one who killed Qui-Gon, and that Palpatine was the one who directed Maul to kill him.
Okay, understood. So yes, he does not know that the Sith are back.
Ooh, we're about to drop some truth bombs on
Yeah, so-
Bronchitis Yoda.
Oh yeah,
Nick
so
got to experience it for the first time.
I showed Nick Bronchitis Yoda because we were looking at Scottish accents.
Okay.
Yeah, we were.
oh no. Right, so there
Right.
is a there's some Sith back. Where was I leading with this? Why did I bring up the Sith in the first place?
I could talk about Spiky Red Man.
Oh,
Possibly-
Labyrinth. We thought he might be a Labyrinth user.
Oh
but
yes,
apparently
yes.
he's
He kind of he was being manipulated by Bastila and Revan to send us into the past, and then we had to fight some evil dude named Vitiate, and then we ended up back here.
Wait, hold on. Slow down.
You're going
Revan.
at about light speed, my dude.
I somehow became Mandalore the Great.
Well, you mentioned a name, Revan.
Yeah, what about him?
How?
Stanford has his lightsaber.
how would he even exist?
The labyrinth? He's been trapped in there for quite some time after he disappeared.
Well, no, it just if you're saying he manipulated someone, then how could he if he's stuck in a labyrinth?
There was a way out. Well,
The force is what's the line? The force leads force leads to many things.
The dark side of the force leads to many powers some would consider unnatural.
That's the word.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But
Talon says
it's
that.
less that Maul was not being manipulated in a active way. It was more a passive manipulation.
We were too.
Yeah, we were too. we were the same. But
And
that is
so
why we're back to
who
stop
is
this.
behind this then? Who are you after?
Bastila. Well, in this time,
Oh, I'm after a lot of people.
we're still figuring that out, unfortunately. But this is as far back within our present as we could go.
Cut out here. That was technically wrong. I completely fucked up how long ago Talon was, so we could have gone back like much further. I kept forgetting
What?
how much older Talon was. At the time, I forgot that, so there's no way to go back and change that now. I realized that when I was rereading my backstory.
It already happened.
No, like I said, there's some time fudging that's gonna happen. But I did realize that I completely forgot that Talon's like 8 years older than Stanbot. Yeah. We're just time fudging to be about the same time though, for everything happening because Clone Wars and stuff.
Okay.
Clone Wars, fuck.
But yeah, I was like, oh shit, that was an
That's an
oversight on
issue.
my part because I thought Night would have been about the same time as Stanbot. I didn't realize it was only 2 years prior.
Oh, it's not canon anymore.
Yeah. So we got weird timey-wimey shit. So
Yeah.
we're just ignoring it. We're just saying it lines up perfectly for some goddamn reason.
We don't want to
Continuing
do
on.
it.
There's more. There's more that we're here to do as well. This entire war is a sham.
It's a sham. It's a sham, I tell you.
While I don't agree with war, how was this a sham?
The same
Elaborate.
person, there's a powerful member of the Republic Senate. We do not know who, but he runs both sides.
And
I bet it's that
with
Jar Jar
this
guy.
with this threat of Bastila, what would she do? Do you have any leads? Any knowledge on this?
She is bringing a army, a massive army, to try and take over the galaxy.
Why? I thought she wanted her kid, and then Vitiate killed her kid.
This is things that I learned when I was trapped.
Oh well,
For a
thanks
little
for hiding
bit.
it from us.
Yeah, well, there hasn't really been a good chance to talk, and Alex just kind of mentioned that I knew Bastila was the ringleader, so I'm kind of just going off of that.
Well, at one point, so I kept forgetting that Stanbot was a different Stanbot, and that he would have other information. I was like, yeah, if Stanbot 2 has encountered multiple different possibilities, but they all lead to one conclusion, then he would know that Bastila was bad. Now,
Mhm.
whether or not Stanbot 2 would say that is unlikely.
But that would be something that I would have seen when I was trapped in the labyrinth for a while.
Right. So
Because
we
for
gotta
you
give a
guys, it
round of
might have been
applause
a
for
few
Stan.
months to a year.
Yeah.
Okay, but continuing on.
What was the name? I honestly forgot where I was going.
Where were we? Is there anything else you would like to ask?
We need to process this.
I
I don't know
believe
what
that
to
if we
do
can
with
stop
this
this
information.
war, we might be able to. If we can stop this war and stop Darth Maul from gathering the lightsaber pieces and don't activate it ourselves, we might be able to prevent the army from being able to enter.
Oh, just as a friendly reminder, you guys are the ones who gathered the pieces.
Yeah, I know. But Maul would have eventually gathered them if it wasn't for us. Does
Right,
that
but
make sense?
right. Yes, that's correct. But your future selves, your past future selves, would be gathering the pieces
Mm-hmm.
because they don't know this information.
Well, yes. What I'm saying is, they're obviously not going to do it because with this information, the council would never send us on such a mission.
They don't have a
And if we
choice.
can prevent Maul from gathering them independent of us, we might be able to prevent the army from, like, existing. Which, that's just my theory right now. I have no clue if that's going to work or not.
Yes, I believe I need time to process this information.
Hey man, I
Yes,
lived
yes.
it and I'm still processing half of it.
Kuna's gonna poke his head back into the room. So,
You should probably inform of the council, but
We will.
anyway.
That is what we're heading back to Coruscant partially to do. I'm gonna put my mask back on and walk out the door. It's been nice seeing you again.
Same.
I'm going to.
There's like softness in his eyes when he addresses you, but then just cold, calculated again, quickly.
as you guys leave the room and I'm just standing out in the hallway, I'm just gonna ask, so, you guys know any good cigar places here? Do they sell any?
I
We're
know a
on
couple,
ship.
Kuna.
Couple? Alright, good.
Once we get to Coruscant,
Um,
I know a couple.
I'm going to check on Stanvat 2 and young Stanvat to make sure they are both one has not murdered the other.
Alright. Standbot 2 is back where you left him and the Alduin.
Yeah,
And
my cult is
Rufus.
watching over.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Okay, we were good. There was no
They're
issue.
kind of just arguing between the two, saying who could best one over the other.
Okay, where's young Stanvat? He's about to get some training. Just kidding. That would probably be not good.
Trying
That-
to
Young
practice
Standbot would
before
be
race.
somewhere on the ship, probably at this point resting
Okay.
in quarters.
Nice.
Heading back towards Coruscant now. I guess I will train some.
Oh, I'm gonna go talk to the clone commander of the ship.
Okay.
Alright.
Do you need me for any of that, or?
I mean, you can come if you want.
I'll keep. I'll make sure to keep you in line. As if I could actually do anything if he gets out of hand.
Talon throws
Okay.
Stanbot like a javelin through the front windshield.
Good thing I have a
Flamethrower
second one.
Alright.
Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna go meet the clone commander of the ship.
I guess
Alright.
Kuna will
You
move
walk
along
through
then.
the familiar public ship. You reach the command center of it, and you see a commander.
Yeah,
there,
I'm going
overlooking the
to
operation.
walk up to him and I guess greet him and ask for his name. Commander, I didn't quite get the chance to ask your name previously.
It's Mott.
Mott?
And you are?
My name is Tal.
Very creative.
Anyways, Commander Mott, I was perhaps wondering if there was something we could discuss in a private setting.
Is that including me or not including me?
Yes, you can come.
Okay, I will.
Anything on this ship is stay with us.
That's not.
You're
I'm
a
not.
Jedi. The clones.
I am not trying to take anything from the ship. I just wish to speak with you about something. That may be a need-to-know basis only.
Very well. Yeah, you go off to a different. You just go into like a hall outside of the command center. It's not empty, but it just has people passing. No prying ears.
Okay.
It's fine, Talon. Though I don't really know what you need to talk
I
about.
want to talk to him about Order 66.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, this
I
might
definitely.
be good to save before when we talk to the council.
Well, no, I was gonna be. Well, okay. I was curious if there was. I am extremely grateful to the help you clones have provided, in everything. Truly, it's absolutely amazing. But I was just curious, if you had perhaps, I don't know, some kind of code or series of protocols for annihilating, would perhaps annihilating a threat, domestically as opposed to a foreign threat, such as, say, the Senate, or like if the Senate became too power hungry, or if someone was to
Senate is Republic.
somehow was to become a dictator, or perhaps us.
The Senate is Republic, and we are Republic clones, so we're not attacking the Senate. I'm not understanding your line of questioning.
I was just curious if there was anything that could force you to do something against your will.
I don't have a will.
That's nonsense. Of course you have a
I'm gonna be
will.
back in a second. I'm gonna get my food.
All right.
Of course you have your own will.
I
Everyone
don't
does.
have an option. I don't have it. I don't have the choice to be here. I don't have time. I understand you're a Jedi and you're important, but I do not have time for this. We're in the middle of a war.
It's exactly because we're in the middle of the war that I'm so worried about this. But very well. Thank you for your time. I kind of, I guess, offer to shake his hand and then walk off.
Kind of lapsed during this time. Like if we were to rewind a bit, when they broke
Yeah.
off to talk to the commander, Kuna broke off to find a more private area to make comms or to hail a certain business.
All right, takes you a bit of
Improvised.
time, but you find a cove that no one's passed by in a while, and it's pretty private.
All right, this is Nick's fault, the person, because he still dropped the ball on actually writing out everything he wanted. However, we're just gonna.
Don't worry. I gotta set up. I would still like something written just so it's your organization fully, but I
Right, yeah.
got you.
Right, okay, fantastic. But it kind of makes sense because I don't know how this egg would have come out anyway. So,
I don't know how the egg is scrambled either.
yeah, same. So, in any case, I'm going to assume that I would have negotiated some sort of number that would be called that would kind of be like my own identification at any time or any given point, where I would call through this number. It'd be like, okay, this guy, yeah, this important figure is calling.
You'd have the
for
exact same comlink as
information.
before.
Yeah.
So
of
if
course.
there's comlink IDs, you'd have the exact same ID.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm using. I'm gonna ring a ding ding and see who picks up.
On the other line, you hear, "Hey, is that? Oh, this phone finally ringed. Or comlink.
Yeah. It's
Hey, it's your
that
number.
guy.
Hey, I got a question for you. You happen to have any bodies laying around?
Well, I mean, we
I
are
know
at a
I
war.
know you're an important guy, but I gotta feed my lizard somehow, you know?
Did you pick up your predecessor's quirks?
Alex.
Or you
My
did?
I don't know.
Alex, I'm disappointed in you.
Oh, you did,
Yeah.
didn't you?
I know what this is.
You did, didn't you? Um. So.
Look, you know the drill. No one in this job doesn't have quirks.
Oh yeah. Some of us are a a little crazier than others. There is a war, so I mean, bodies are plenty, right? On both sides. Shouldn't be too much of an issue these days.
Now, look. I was told to tell you a lot of things when this thing finally ran. Uh, really, the important thing is I gotta tell you, and I'm just gonna take you off to the side so that you can reveal more information as you want.
Sure,
Although
yeah.
my game is not allowing me to shift tab.
What's happening?
I got ya.
Nick,
It's been dealt with.
Okay.
It's fucking Schmebbles.
So what happened?
Schmebbles is the current info broker to Kuna for the runners.
Of course he is.
I hear Alex goes, "Oh, hey there." It's like I was like, "Huh, that's a voice right there." I wonder if he's like trying to do a knockoff of Doc. 'Cause it's like, "Hey, you got any bodies lying around?" Yeah, sounds like Doc. Because I need someone to feed my lizards. Oh no.
And then you get hype as hell.
I was like, "Oh, it's Schmebbles." Is that David Hasselhoff, by the way?
Hmm? Who?
In that image on
Which